Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video today on In the Stars. Today, I'm going to be talking about moon signs. Moon sign, whatever your moon sign is the second most important planet placement or sign in your astrological chart. Your sun sign comes first. Just like I said in the sun sign videos, it's the star of the show. So that's you as a whole, mostly, is your sun sign. And then you have all of these co-ruling or co-actors. And your main co-actor or the second best actor in your show, your movie, or however you want to look at it, is your moon sign. So how your sun sign differs from how your moon sign, differs from your sun sign is that your moon sign rules your unconscious thoughts and actions, your instincts, and your emotions. And some astrologers even agree, saying that it even, you can even find how your mother was like, or how your mother raised you to be like. I like to say, if you feel like you know someone based on their sun sign, like you say, oh, I know this person because they are Gemini or they're a Libra or whatever the case may be. So you feel like you know them or you know how they are in that regard. You can't truly know that person until you know how they feel. And how they feel, you have to know what their moon is. On top of all the other things that aspect and all of the astrological chart as a whole in general, but your moon sign will tell a lot about you or about someone else. So just like your sun sign, you get your moon sign based off of when you were born. And just like your sun sign also in other planets in your chart, your moon sign depends on what alignment it was in with whichever constellation at the time you were born, or when you were born, for that matter. Moon sign represents what you do or what you think on an unconscious level, your natural instincts towards things. And if you're a student of psychology or even a fan of psychology in some sort, you know about the id and the ego. The sun represents your ego. The moon represents your id. So the moon is essentially could be considered the yang to your yin, or to the sun's yin. So as I said, if you're familiar with psychology, you will know that psychologists, I believe, don't completely quote me, but I think I remember this from psychology class, that your id is related or can be considered to be almost that dark side of you. You know how you ever seen a cartoon and then one cartoon has the angel talking to him, and then the other side has the devil talking to him? Well, the id is supposed to be representation of that devil, where your ego is supposed to be representation of that angel. And because our moon, or some say the moon represents, the bad side of us, not only because it's just the opposite of our sun and that it represents the id, but because, as I said, it rules your unconsciousness, your instinctual actions and thoughts. So because we are supposed to be conscious beings, acting on instincts or acting unconsciously is supposed to be taboo or supposed to be frowned upon. Non-thinking is supposed to be put together in the same category as ignorance. Now, this same concept or same way of thinking also derives from they derive from one another. Have you ever heard somebody say, "Look out, it's a full moon tonight"? This is because the energy of the moon is supposed to be at its peak because it's full. So what that energy is doing is influencing people it's influencing people's unconscious and instinctual thoughts and feelings. So when somebody says, "Look out, it's a full moon," or I know it's gonna be crazy tonight because it's a full moon tonight, that's where that comes from. Because your instincts and thoughts should be more heightened, or people's instincts and unconscious thoughts should be more heightened at that peak of that full moon. And so many people don't even know why they're saying that, but that's where that comes from. Also, that's where the same mythology or concept of the werewolf comes from. Because if you think about a werewolf, what is a werewolf? A werewolf is a beast who acts out unconsciously, who's typically, if you paid attention to werewolf movies or books or whatever, the werewolf always, or most of the time, is unconscious of what he's doing. He's acting on his instincts, just doing whatever. And so this is where that same concept comes from, because he transforms when the moon is full, right? So, and then what's the opposite of that? You can look at that and say, "Oh, that's his sun," because the opposite of that is when he becomes back human. He's back to acting regular, acting or consciously acting, consciously thinking. But on the good side to that, your moon does not indicate the bad side of you. It's just your unconscious thoughts and actions, as well as your instincts, emotions, and things of that nature. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. Just like with everything in your chart, or everything in general, all characteristics, there are good and bad qualities to those things. So like there's bad things, there are bad or negative things about your sun sign, as well as good. The same goes with your moon sign. Because for example, your instinct might be, you might have natural instinct to like certain colors, or to like a smell of certain thing, or like the way or like a particular person, like that particular person might interest you. Your moon represents all of those type of emotions, things that you're attracted to necessarily. So that's what, or things that make you feel emotional on an emotional level. So you have to look at it like that. It helps motivate those feelings in you. And your moon also represents, as I said, your mother. It represents your dreams, not like when you go to sleep dreams. I'm talking about your ambitions, your wants, your desires. That's what your moon represents. It also represents your childhood, your past. And this usually has to relate back to your mother. So you can find all of these things based off of your moon sign and the placement of your moon in your chart. So that was this video on moon signs. I gave you guys another shorty. So I hope you guys liked this video. As always, if you did, press the like button. Subscribe if you want to stay in tune for future videos. Also, click the description box to follow me on my social medias, to show me some love. Write in the comment section box down below if you want to, let me know how you guys feel. And yeah, until next time, thank you for your time. Peace and love.